YouTube, Jackie Wilson, love. Get me higher and higher. And guess what? We got his daughter here in the office. And you're watching Wjzz Cool TV, sponsored by the Highland Park Chamber. The Highland Park Chamber got it going on.
Yeah.
Oh, man. Live streaming on Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, Twitter, and other top social media platforms. Just like, follow, share, comment, subscribe, call us. Thank you for watching Wjzz Cool TV, the coolest station in the world. Again, we are sponsored by the wonderful Highland Park Chamber Group. I'm so glad they set up this forum because we can talk about all the wonderful things in Highland Park. And the main thing I want to say, I want to thank everybody that voted for me. Even though I didn't make it this time, who knows what the future may hold. But I tell you, the Almighty is almighty, and he is still on the throne. We want to congratulate the winner, Miss Glenda McDonald, for her effort in the Highland Park Council event. But the blind is still going to do her thing in Highland Park. In fact, all of you who would like to participate in the community musical group, is going to be a choir, a band, whatever we want it to be. But it's going to be musical. And we're going to have our first meeting next Saturday at the Recreation Center at 12 noon. So we're trying to invite all the people that have churches. If they want their musicians to be trained, we're going to train them for you. But we are going to do some wonderful work in the community. Building up the glorious thing that we can do is make everybody feel good. Try to do some things to bridge gaps and to bring our educational level back here in Highland Park. Because Highland Park has always had great education, and I think when moving forward, we're still going to have great education. However, by whatever means possible. I'm your host here today, The Blind Jackson. This is the Highland Park Show. It is about things moving forward in Highland Park, all the good things that's happening. Oh, it's so much development that's getting ready to go on, and I'm just excited about it. And I'm so glad I was a part to help some of the things and bring together. I'm more of a person that brings folks together, and I'm so thankful for that, that the Heavenly Father had me, put me in the right place to maybe move our little city forward in the little time that I did have since last October 18th of last year when the Honorable Councilwoman Norma Lewis passed away. She's such a great lady, wonderful woman, had been on the council for quite some time in Highland Park doing her thing, and she passed away and left a legacy, of course. Her family is still in Highland Park. But the thing about it is that Highland Park is so resilient, and we just tend to move forward. But what I am so excited about is having the daughter of Jackie Wilson. And that song that I played for you is a little thing I played. She allowed me to play it, Your Love Is Lifting Me Higher. And that was one that my mom danced to and a whole lot of others. And what the wonderful thing is, I was coming down the street, and I had noticed, and I guess, you know, a lot of times the way I'm very busy and the way I travel, I didn't notice the Cottage Grove has your dad's name on it. And that was just fantabulous. But again, I'm going to introduce to some and present to others Miss Brenda Wilson, Jackie Wilson's wonderful daughter. And I'm going to share, and she has this book that she's written. This is a wonderful book. It's called The Life of Jackie Wilson, The Legacy Continued by Brenda Wilson. And I'm telling you, Jackie Wilson was something else back in the day. But you know what? It's been so many entertainers that have come through Highland Park and have lived in Highland Park. Highland Park was a very high-class place, but it still is. And there's still a lot of hip-hop artists and a lot of young people who can sing and a lot of young people who dance and can dance. In fact, I think Mama Shu has a studio over there, and she got some young people at her little spot. But anyway, Highland Park is moving forward, and I'm so happy to have been a part of it, and I'm so happy to be able to serve the citizens of Highland Park. And it's nothing new, because I always have served the citizens in one way or another, entertaining the elderly, from entertaining the people on the streets, just to let them know that you're loved. And that's one thing that people don't know. And we're trying to, I think we need to reach out to ones who are feeling a little difficult. They might inside and depression, because it seems, you know, as the time changes and it's going into the dark month, sometimes we get a little depressed. So don't forget to take your vitamin D3, because that's supposed to be the mood swing, the uplifting vitamin. So I'm really big on vitamins and such, and exercise. I was with the slow road riding my bike for miles and miles around Detroit. So it was fun. And then before we had the pandemic, you know, a lot of good rides that we had. I'm so thankful that I'm able to ride and able to do physical things, because oftentimes as you get older, sometimes those things don't work for you like you want it to work. But yet and still, we can move forward. And I'm encouraging everybody that's hearing the sound of my voice to try to move it. You can't sit down and watch TV forever. Move something. They say if you don't move it, you're going to lose it. So let's move our fingers, let's move our toes, let's move our hands, our legs, and everything. Just keep it moving. Now, now, Miss Brenda Wilson, let me ask you this one question. When did you get even interested in proliferating this information about your dad?
Well, first, Councilwoman, I would like to thank you for inviting me on your show this afternoon. It's a pleasure. When I met you, you were so delightful and so pleasant. I thank you, and I was willing to come, to your show because I think you are a great person, and you did some great things in Highland Park moving forward.
Yes.
Okay. So, the life of Jackie Wilson, I was writing on this book for like 5 years.
Whoa, that's a long time.
That's a long time.
Oh.
And so when I finally got finished with it, I was so excited because the Lord has sent different people in my space to help me do this, And so one lady, Dr. Patman, she said, Brenda, you're supposed to be finishing your book. And I'm like, really? And she's like, yeah. And I said, well, how you know about my book?
She didn't know. Well, let me ask you one thing. What was the dates of Jackie Wilson, the life and his past?
Well, he was
away?
Born in 1934, and he passed in 1984.
Yes.
So he was 49 years old when he passed. He stayed in the nursing home about 9 years, and he had a good life. As far as entertainment is concerned, he sung. His songs. He's got a hit song. Barry Gordy wrote him and Barry Gordy's writing team. His sister Gwen and Carlo Davis. So Jackie, and the main thing is that he lived in Highland Park.
Oh, yes. Wow.
That is so, that was so amazing that Highland Park turned out some many great, entertainers as well.
Yeah. And moving forward, there's a lot of talent in Highland Park. I ran across some children who play instruments, and I says, well, wait a minute. We need to, when we do get our school systems and they decide to bring music back, why not just have music in the community? I think that's an honorable thing.
Oh, yeah. That'll be great, because not only in Highland Park, but even in Detroit and other districts, they took out the music out of the schools, so it wasn't nothing like we had when we coming up. We had music, we had the instruments, and I played violin, then I went to piano, so I had a choice.
Did your father play instruments? Or
no, not that I know of.
He just had a wonderful sing that had that golden touch on the voice.
He was that singer that sang.
Did he write stuff, just the lyrics, or did he just
he did
just sing
a little writing, but not a whole lot.
Okay.
There's more people that wrote, like his sister Joyce wrote songs for him as well.
What his sister? Is anybody in their family that still living from the sisters and brothers of your aunts and uncles?
No. No.
Any cousins or nieces or?
Well, I do have some nieces. I do have some cousins.
Anybody singing and presently or doing?
Well,
musical?
like my nephew daughter sings, and she had a real pretty voice. In fact, she performed her on the Jackie Wilson Street Naming show that we had. The celebration.
What year was that, if I might add?
2016.
Okay, great.
My daughter sings. She has a beautiful girl. That girl, I tried to try to get her to sing, and she wouldn't. But now,
she's singing now.
She'll sing now. I recorded.
Wow.
I got songs. I got videos and stuff that I have of her.
That is so nice. How old is she now?
40.
40? Okay, well, hey, it's not. Hey, we still playing music.
Yeah, But right now she's a director of nursing for the Wayne County Sheriff's Department.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Yeah, so she's in that position. And then I have 4 other children that are all educated with degrees. My son is a master sergeant, retired after 29 years, living in Germany right now. And then I have another daughter who's a director of transit in Fort Lauderdale, Florida. So she's running that. And then I have another daughter that's here, the director of compliance for the city of Detroit. Then I have another daughter that's a chef, and she cooks it. She's a chef. I mean, like Adiamos and
that kind of stuff.
Yeah,
well,
you got a lot. Well,
music and food always have gone together
all the time.
I mean, when I look at music, I look at the food.
Absolutely. The good music and a dinner. It's
nice,
all good.
Glass of what they say, Cabernet.
Oh yeah, like
whatever.
Wjzz Smooth Jazz. Absolutely.
Yeah, I just love this TV, Wjzz Cool TV. It really brings a lot out about. I'm so glad the Chamber of Highland Park came up with this.
Yes.
Mr. Roger.
Mr. Roger, Pennsylvania.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I hate to always get his name wrong. He just really corrects me.
All the time.
But I really love that man. He's such a great guy.
Yeah, he's a good
real
guy.
Personable individual.
Yeah.
And he has his straight up. But a lot of times I say, well, we got to find out who we are. So it was such a pleasure to find out that you even had an office in this building, and to have these wonderful things about your dad, and I'm hoping to find other artists and other people who have the same type of energy that you have, because you are so high up there as far as understanding what it is and the focus of your dad. When you were a little girl, did you sit on his lap and he sang to you, or how did that go? Or was he traveling all the time?
Listen, being a little girl, I don't remember that, but I was told, like Uncle Billy Davis, who was a guitarist for my father, he said that's when he met me when I was about 2 years old. And so I appreciate that, and he tells me so many more wonderful stories. And when the last time I seen my father was when he came here to do a show at the Masonic Temple. Wow. And I had just graduated from high school, so he came by, and my mother said, "Brenda, somebody's here to see you." And so I was upstairs getting ready to go out somewhere, I guess. And so I came downstairs and I seen him standing in my living room, and that was so precious. That's a precious memory.
It would be nice if I wish you could have taken pictures of that memory.
Back then we didn't
really have no cameras.
We didn't have the instant camera. I don't think we can.
What was those things?
Polaroid.
Was it one you crank up?
No,
or was
ain't
it
that
the
far
other
back.
I'm really putting.
No.
Whoa.
You going to silent movie time.
I'm just messing with you.
It's
the
all right.
one you crank up? No.
No. It's like Kodak.
Right.
Polaroid.
Yeah, when you just pull the thing out.
Yeah, you pull it out.
I
Instant pictures. But I didn't even have that one at that moment. So we went for a ride and we talked and stuff like that. And he asked me what I was gonna do, what did I want to be, and I told him, I said, I don't have no idea right now. He said, don't worry about it, you'll figure it out. I'm like, yeah. So, and eventually I did.
Right.
So then we came back, he kissed me on my forehead, kissed my mom on her forehead, and jumped in the Cali and rode off to Masonic Temple. So that was just a good memory to have.
Oh man, that's an excellent memory. Is your mom still living, or is she gone?
Unfortunately, no. She passed away in 2007. But she was really a great inspiration to me. She took really good care of me, and it was just,
How many children did did Jackie have? You in his, in
Well,
mind?
let's go down the line. Well, I know it's my brother and I are the oldest, and then I have Mama Frida had four. All of her children have passed away, and Mama Frida as well. That was Daddy's first wife. And then he had two more in Georgia. One of those passed away. It's just the girl living, Lene. And then he had another child in California named Sabrina. And then Foley, he's in Belleville. And that's about 9 that I know of now.
Well,
Ain't gonna tell you.
on the road,
on the road again. It said, wait a minute, it said, Papa was a rolling stone.
All right now.
Hey,
Wherever he laid his hat was his home.
There you
Well,
go.
I hear you, so you just never know.
Never know.
But we hope that one day maybe all the people that can come together, the children, possibly one day, and say, hey.
That would be nice.
You know, just to, even although under the circumstances it's a little bit strange, but it's always good to know your people.
Oh, well, I know them all. They all know me, you know, and stuff like that. So,
well, it's good that you've taken upon, what made you take upon this life work?
Well, the reason why I wrote the book is because I wanted to, there's a couple of books out there that, and I said, well, I can tell my side of the story, you know, and let people know that he does have someone here that's, you know, keeping his memory alive and, you know, doing things and stuff like that.
Is that book on Amazon or anything?
Yeah, Amazon.
Okay.
Amazon.com.
I'd love to read it. I just have to
this is for you.
Oh, well,
and I would definitely autograph it for you.
You better autograph it for me. That's
I brought
beautiful.
that for you.
Because I have time to do a lot of reading and a lot of assessing. I do so much in the community, a lot of stuff that I do, you know. So I'm just getting to the point where I can really just hone in on some of the wonderful, as I get older, I'm honing in on some of the wonderful things and wonderful people that's in the community. Yes. And just to, I want to make sure that our young know, you know, what their legacy is.
Yes.
You know, the legacy of greatness. And just because you might think you could rap a little bit, but you know, you might be the next producer or the next, you just never know.
Yeah.
Time will tell.
Oh, yeah. You know, because I started off in the, what you might, the medical profession. But then as I moved on, but about the age of 15, I was at a party and I seen these guys singing. So I said, I can do what Barry did. Just like that, you know, and it was just like that. And then the next thing I know, when I got a little older, I started managing the dramatics, booking them at little tea parties and stuff. Then I just got hooked on music.
Isn't that something? That's unbelievable.
Yeah.
But it's just, you know, music comes to different people in different ways. I remember as a teacher, what I always say, like some kids say, well, I just don't like this class. I said, but I love you because we need you as an audience. I want you to do this. So the ones that didn't really like music, I gave them credit for clapping for the musicians in the class so that they understand that we do this to get applause, but it makes you feel good. And then how to make you feel to clap for your friends. You know, so, so that's always good. And you never know what a child will, you know, grow up to be. You just, I think the key, like some friends were telling me, is exposure. When you expose the children to good, wonderful things, life things, they seem to have a tendency of really moving forward in their life.
They're making a decision. Oh, I want to do that. Oh, I want to do that. You know, because there's a lot of different things out here, non-conventional and conventional things in music and in different industries that a person could do. Just like in the entertainment industry, there's so much stuff done behind the scenes. You know what I'm saying? And then you have the producers and promoters and you know, things like that, and management and stuff.
Yeah, just like somebody was telling me, I think their son or daughter was going into the rapping or the music or what have you, the beats. And then they were wondering, well, because they're looking at all this stuff out there. But what brought to my attention, they said, well, a lot of people rent these things for their videos or
Oh,
they
yeah.
borrow them. So
Yeah, they do.
when you go into a video situation like I see a lot of the young rappers are doing, you have to come up with a lot of money for those videos if you
Absolutely.
want them to be done right.
Mm-hmm.
And the business itself, you need to learn a business class. You
Oh,
know.
definitely.
So
Definitely
that's
the
really
business.
important
Yes.
for us to know,
Mm-hmm.
because if you're out there doing it, you need a bank account, you need
Yeah.
an accounting firm or an accountant or somebody to help you know which way to put your money
Yeah.
and keep you out of
Definitely know how to read.
and keep you out of trouble with the the tax people.
Because contracts and things and that and
the contract law, that's what that
the
is,
contracts,
right?
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And so and you bringing that up because my daddy was so young when he started in the industry, and that he trusted people.
Ooh.
He trusted people too much. I say it's too much because the people that he trusted did treat him well, and then further on down the road, it came out. They took his money. He didn't know anything about the business of it, and he trusted them to do the business and look after him in a number of different areas of his life. And what happened was he didn't. The IRS came after him, because they was taking money from daddy. So
And then wasn't paying the taxes.
they weren't paying
the
his
income
taxes. They said he owed over $300,000, for income taxes and stuff like that. But then suddenly, when he was supposed to testify, he had a heart attack on Dick Clark's stage.
Oh, wow.
Fell, hit his head, put him in a coma, made him have a stroke. So all that's in the book.
Yeah.
It's in the book, and he had some trials and tribulations, just as we all do. Coming up and in the music industry, and he did a lot of touring. He loved his fans.
If you were to say anything, what would young people coming into the business, what advice would you give them?
I would say, first, if it's your passion, then yes, go after it. You never know how the Lord's going to bless you. But learn the business, know the business, because it's so many sharks out there and people that will take advantage of you, and then learn the language.
Right.
Okay, music has a language. Music has a circle of people that that run together. It's like birds of a feather flock together and stuff like
Just
that.
like anything
It's like a group of people. So you have to and then be a person of integrity. You know what I'm saying? You have to be in many ways, and just don't accept anything what somebody's saying. Because you got to know for yourself. Because people know, they can pick up and say if you know what you're talking about or not. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of people in the industry do name dropping. They drop names. Whoa. And I found out people drop my name a whole lot, and I was like, oh, okay. One guy said that I'm managing him. I'm not managing him, and I told him that. I'm not a manager. I don't want to be a manager. I have managed people, but a manager does certain things, and certain things a manager doesn't do.
Right.
So, like, they don't take care and you pay your bills,
They just make sure you get to the show on time.
You make sure that
you
your
got
business
stuff,
is taken care of. The business of the music, the entertainment, not the personal
The
business.
band.
But
this,
yeah.
the backup, who's going to the studio.
Yeah, all that. And that's
all.
I love that, But don't come to me crying about stuff. And that's something I'm like, nah, I don't want to do that.
Yeah, I know. Like me, I just play a lot. So
and I got to tell you, you play wonderfully. I was listening to, I was like, listen to that. She put a couple of other notes in there. That's good. You know what I'm saying? You sounded really good.
Thank
you really did.
I have a passion for music. My mom had a passion, even though she wasn't the most musically person. But what she did was she loved it so much that she made us a choir when we was little. So we all pretty much sang. It's like when you had those little storefront churches.
Yes.
Well, in the family, it was my mom's kids and Auntie Edna. So between us and another family member, that was the choir.
You say Auntie Edna?
Auntie Edna, yeah.
Was she brown?
Auntie Edna, she
Burr?
Jackson. Edna Jackson.
Oh, okay. Your auntie. Okay.
My Auntie Edna.
I'm thinking.
Yeah. But she ended up being a reverend, and she pastored a church, and she did a lot of things. But we all sang together as little. Her family and our family. We all sang in the choir together.
Really?
When we growing up, we didn't have any musical abilities. But growing up, when your parents expose you
to that
kind of sort of thing,
mm-hmm.
even though my parents came from the cotton field down in Mississippi. So when they came up here, they just wanted a better life and for their children, which is the reason why most people do it. So they were in Detroit and ended up in Highland Park, and the thing about it was the city of trees.
Yes.
But that's what happens in Highland Park. It's so many things that's happenstance with the music and the musicians. Oh my gosh. And then it's a lot of musicians and a lot of artists.
Yes.
It's quite a few artists. They have a whole street, I think it's Midland. 333 Midland. They're always having artistic things going on over there.
And a lot of the entertainers coming up in the day lived on Midland too.
Mm-hmm.
Like the Prize and
Good to
Prize.
know that.
Yeah, Eddie and Freddie Pride, who was twins, they lived on Midland, and their nieces and their daughters and stuff are still in Highland Park. So.
I'd like to know more about them. Are they? Do they have musically inclined families? Or?
Yeah, Eddie and Freddie Pride was twins, and they was.
Do their kids sing or their family members?
Yeah.
Oh, that'd be. What would be nice if we can have like we had once before, a talent show or some type of to just share all the talent that's in the park moving forward.
Yeah.
We got some dynamite. I don't know if you looked at Park Place. They got this great mural out there. Of all the the rappers that have come through Highland Park, those entertainments, it's beautiful. I've taken pictures of it. I wasn't able to go to their revealing because I had booked another event. And see, that's another thing too. I'm in and out booking events and doing stuff. So sometimes I tell people, get me early if you want me. Because this holiday, I guess, coming out of that pandemic, everybody wants entertainment.
Everybody wants to do something. They want to do entertainment. They want to have a party.
Right.
They just want to get out, and they want things to be the way they were. But
but they still have to consider you don't want to have a super spreader either.
That's
so
right.
I have turned down a few things when I know it's going to be a whole lot of people. I've done a lot of Zoom performances. So that's another thing too. All the new updated technology. I wonder what your dad would think about Zoom and you could actually look in a mirror or and it's looking back at you, or you can see someone else, or that is all wonderful. All the new technology.
Yeah, and I think he would love it because I have a picture of him watching himself on the video that he did on Dick Clark show. It's a picture. He watching himself perform. And so to say that, he would love to, I believe he would really enjoy, watching himself and talking to other people via Zoom.
And again, we are so thankful for the Highland Park Chamber group for the station of Wjzz Cool TV, live streaming on Facebook. I think YouTube, Twitch, Twitter, and other social media platforms. Like, follow, share, comment, and subscribe. Thank you for watching Wjzz Cool TV, the coolest station in the world. And the Highland Park Chamber Group is the coolest chamber group in the world, in my opinion.
Got that right. In my opinion as well. Yes.
I mean, I just love all the new things they're doing and the wonderful technology that's coming through this show. And the other shows are wonderful too. I've been watching them and just give me something to look at. Sometimes I'll just get it up, put it up on my TV or something. But it's really nice. I'm really enjoying this, and I'm so thankful. We have any callers? I believe this is the number 313-355-6018. Anybody want to call in? I think. But now we'll check and see. But
I didn't bring my phone. Oops. Okay. I left it in the office. It's okay.
But one thing about it, we're having a good time here.
Yeah.
I'm just so thankful that you could come
Thank you for inviting me. I
because
really
it's so
appreciate it.
important that it's important that we know a little bit of history. Now we're not trying to like Roger's saying, we're not trying to go back and recreate anything from way in the back.
Can't change
We're
a thing.
because you can't change the past.
No.
But moving forward, I
Right.
think Highland Park still can have a rich fine arts history
Yes.
in the future.
Mhm.
We have a lot of artists in Highland Park. There's an art gallery right there on Hamilton. I haven't been in there yet because I've been so busy doing my own thing.
Yeah.
But I do plan to get around to every event that I can get around to, hopefully real soon. This year I lost my mom, so I've been sort of slowly picking up doing so. It's sort of, I guess it held me back a little bit from really doing what I want, but my mom would love for me to just keep on doing my little artsy thing that I do.
Yeah.
And she loved art. I used to take her to all the performances. I remember, you know, I would take her. I mean, every performance I did, she was willing to go. She and Dad. But just to see you have this book with the like of Jackie Wilson. Now, I don't know, what school did Jackie Wilson go to?
Highland Park.
I mean, he went to all the Highland Park schools,
Well,
elementary or.
He went to oh my gosh, I did know the elementary school that he went to, but I can't think of it right now. But he did go to Highland Park schools, and he went all the way. He was in the ninth grade, and then he began to get more into his music. Dizzy Gillespie did his first recording on Danny Boy and Rainy Day Blues and Bristol Bryant.
Now this is the book
Yes.
right here. So this is on Amazon.
Amazon.com.
This is beautiful.
Thank you.
I am so glad. I mean, it's really nice to have an artist. Wow, they call him Jack Leroy Wilson Jr.
That was his real name. Okay. And the thing about it, it's in the book too, that Billy Ward, when he was with Billy Ward and the Dominoes, Billy Ward named him Jackie. So he was named Jackie, and I have his death certificate. It's got Jack Leroy Wilson, and then it has Jackie up there. You know, so
wow.
Yeah.
But it has a lot of stuff in here. What was Jackie Wilson's net worth when he died? Is Jackie Wilson still living? I mean, they just have
all kind of questions. It's crazy stuff, and I'm like, well, dang. A lot of people think that Nancy Wilson was his wife or his sister, or when I say Jackie Wilson, Nancy Wilson. I said, no, Jackie. Oh, she's still alive. I'm like, no, he's not. You know, so that tells a lot. That tells me a lot.
It tells me a lot that people aren't into doing a lot of reading. That's the main thing. Like nowadays, most people listen or hear something and then repeat it, but sometimes the research or the actual reading of it for themselves goes a little bit over the head there.
Right. You know, so, but not only have I written the book, but we did, like we talked about the street name. We did the street naming, and also he got a Hollywood Star Walk of Fame, September the 4th of 2019.
You should take a picture of that and put it on. I don't know. You had mentioned that you guys wanted to do something in that area over there by Cottage Grove.
on Jackie Wilson Lane.
What exactly would you do on Jackie Wilson Lane if you had the opportunity?
Well, if I had the opportunity, which I think we probably will, you know, I'm thinking, being very hopeful, is that we'll put a statue there and a prayer bench or something and some music that you can listen to, something to make it, you know, a person could come and just, you know, chill, meditate, you know, think about the past or
one day
things about the future or where they want to go.
When we get together, one day when we get together, I want you to walk with me to give me an idea where you would put, you know, what actually would go here. Just an idea. I love visuals. You know, okay now, because I know there's a Cottage Grove. And they got the little island there.
The island.
And if we can get somebody to maintain the island, put the little bench there or back wherever the area. Just walk it and see what can be done and what's needed.
Oh, I would love to do that.
Yeah, let's just do a walk one day. In fact, I had asked, I had mentioned to the real estate lady at the Highland Park who owns this stuff over there by Cottage Grove, moving backwards. I'm not sure if the city owns it or what have you, but that would be really awesome to have a nice little, like I've seen it, I think, in Birmingham, where they'll have a little something and a little bench, and you could just sit down and the grass is neatly cut. And
they got some
have a little pavement and things like that. That make it look real wonderful. No, I look forward to that.
Yeah, it's gonna be
I imagine you would have to raise the little monies for that.
Yeah.
But that's really nice. I'm so glad that I hope that there's other people that, for other entertainers and other great people of color who have come through Highland Park, Detroit, the Temptations, and Aretha Franklin, of course, the Aretha. The theater down there. Yeah, that's really nice. And we just need to recognize our people, the folks that are not only in the entertainment, but the ones who have, maybe they might do something in engineering, or maybe they did some type of big architecture thing, or whatever. We need to celebrate.
Yeah, we need to celebrate our ancestors, the ones that paved the way, even for our young people that's in the music today, and that they won't forget these people, these legends that really went through a lot. Back down in those days of racisms and things like that.
Yeah, racism was pretty bad.
Yeah, it was pretty bad, especially in the South. So, and they had to do what they call the chitlin circuit back then.
Yeah, I remember that.
And then, in fact, it was called race music. They had a race label where my father couldn't be on Decca. They created Brunswick Records for him. Because Decca was the label, and this was a subsidiary of Decca Records. What you put the race music on, the Shy Lights.
Oh, we have a caller. Is there a caller?
Yes, Thelma Stubbs Mitchell here.
Well, hello there, Miss Stubbs. How are you, Thelma?
Fine, and you, dear?
Doing well. We have Miss Brenda Wilson
That's
here.
great.
Oh, thank you.
Yes.
What's up, cuz?
Hi, cuz. How are you, sweetie?
All right. I'm good. Thanks for calling in.
Yeah, thank you.
Of course. I had to.
Yeah.
Wouldn't miss it for the world.
Well, how's the Stubbs sisters doing?
Oh, everybody's doing real great. Everybody's doing great. We're just waiting to get back out there full force, though.
I know that's right.
We need to work.
Yeah, you got any gigs coming up?
Yeah.
Well, hey, make sure you let me know. I'd love to support you any way I can.
Thelma.
Okay.
Can you hear us now?
I can hear you. You sound a little low, but I can hear you, dear.
Okay.
Okay, well, that's good.
Repeat that question to her.
Yeah, I was wondering when you're coming out so we can get a chance to come see you. Do you have any gigs that holiday gigs?
Yeah, we've been doing a few small things, but I will let you know as soon as I know, hon.
Okay.
As soon as I know something, yes. We're trying to do some big things.
Like
We redid Standing in the Shadows, the Four Tops Standing in the Shadows. We redid that. So we'll be coming out with that. It'll be on the airwaves pretty soon, hopefully.
Okay. Well, I look forward to it. Yep.
Right.
Yeah, I'm just in here really enjoying the life of Jackie Wilson. It's just amazing.
Yes.
A lot of the stuff that he's...
Brenda and I had such a good time out in L.A. when we went to see her dad's star.
Oh.
We were welcomed with open arms by everybody, and it was so nice.
Yeah, we had a really great time out there. And then she ran into her old friend. Hey, cuz, was Marla Gibbs in Highland Park?
Marla lives we lived across the street from each other on Clements and Homer.
Oh, okay. Yeah, she was in Detroit.
Clements and Homer, right there.
Oh, okay. I know. Well,
Marla, yeah. And we ran into her and her daughter Angie. It was so nice. And a lot of other movie stars. Yeah, a lot of other stars were there.
We was in a house full of movie stars. I'm like,
yeah, that was they were
name.
celebrating Frida. Yeah, celebrating Frida Payne's birthday.
Yeah, Frida Payne's birthday.
Frida Payne.
Yeah. In fact, she came to the street name.
Oh, yeah.
She was there.
Was Ralph Armstrong there with her? He's a Ralph is always with Frida.
And who else? It was another lady that was there. That was Frida. And it was so many. It was so many people there. And I love that Rance Allen came. Cuz came. He was. He told that he opened up the whole program, and it was just anointed. With Rance Allen. Yeah.
Wonderful voice.
Beautiful.
Voice. He's truly missed. Truly missed. So.
Yes.
Yeah, he was one of my standards.
Oh.
Put it like that.
Oh yeah. Rance Allen.
Yeah, he was the standard.
We had cousin them. They had to come out there on the stage and tear it up as well.
Yeah.
And they did a good job. And then we had Rod Carter, who sung Daddy's songs, and he always do a excellent job.
Awesome.
Yeah, who else we had? Cause we had a lot of people there. There was over 500 people there. Yeah, at the studio, at R.J. Watkins studio. So we had everything in Highland Park, and it was just wonderful. It rained a little bit, stopped some few people, but them people showed up.
Oh yeah. Jackie Wilson still have a lot of fans.
Oh yeah.
I remember I used to go to the. Sometimes I do the karaoke down at the Eastern Market on Saturday.
On Birds.
Yeah, at Birds.
Really?
Yeah, sometimes I go down there, And this one young man, he did that song that I just played earlier.
Higher and Higher?
Yeah. And he tore it up.
Okay.
In fact, I can't think of his name, but he sounded awfully good. A young black man. But that was a little while back. But he tore the song up. He really represented properly. I'll put it like that.
Yeah.
He really represented.
That's good. I usually sing To Be Loved. And then sing a little Higher and Higher and Lonely Teardrops.
I love the Lonely Teardrops.
Yeah. And cuz, tell the audience about Daddy and Levi, how they used to hang out and stuff.
Say that again, cuz.
I said, tell them about Daddy and Levi, how they used to hang out, and
oh yes, well. We lived on the north end. I was born there, as a matter of fact, 14540 Quinter. And we called that the north end back in the day. We lived across the street from Little Willie John.
Yeah.
And Brenda's dad, Sonny, well, I call him Sonny, cousin Jackie, and Levi used to go to the Warfield Theater. I was just a little girl, and I remember. And they used to compete against each other. 1 week, Sonny would win. 1 week, Little Willie John would win, and 1 week Levi would win. They were just teenagers then.
They planned that. Because all of them could sing.
Right.
All of them could sing.
Yeah.
So they just planned.
Yeah.
But you know what I'm finding out? There's a lot of young guys they were rapping at first, but now they're starting to sing, have a little tone to their singing.
Right.
So it's starting to sound a little. They're trying to get the melody in.
Yeah.
So I think a lot of them, a lot of the history of our people is based on our ancestors.
Right. Exactly.
And so a lot of the young people, they're sampling some of the old music.
Absolutely.
And as a result, with the sampling and the rapping and then the little, we used to call it, Pat Lewis. You know Pat Lewis, right?
Yeah, Pat. We know Pat.
What's she call it? Song talking or something? Or
singing. Talking and singing.
Singing, talking.
Singing, talking.
That's what she called it.
And they're doing that now. Too.
Yeah.
Yeah, so they got this
so it's
song.
a lot of that. I mean, I hear a lot of them doing what she used to always talk. She called it sing talking, singing or whatever
That's
it was.
what it is, and they're doing it. They're doing it now.
But they having a lot
there's
of
so many.
So that's one thing. That's one thing I'm trying to do is bring back the community music in Highland Park. But I would bring it back with the pitches, understanding what pitch is, and singing back and forth and things.
To kind of help out with that.
I would love you to come.
That's kind of my dream as well.
Yeah, but you know what? There's so much talent here in Highland Park, and I just couldn't believe it. I was playing on the street the other day, and about this summer anyway, and these children came down and brought their instruments, and they started playing along with me. So I taught them about 2 or 3 jazz songs. So that just showed me that there is a need.
There is a need.
There's a need for us to continue and to move on. And with your background, I think you could really bless the city of Highland Park.
I think
And you know, I'm just an educator from way back. I taught music education. I'm a retired band director, and a lot of people get me to arrange things and conduct bands and orchestras. So that's what I've been doing for the last since I was 18. And I won't say how old I am now, but
that's all right.
But we'll put a
That's
few of them
all right.
decades on
You're
it.
looking good, girl. You know, I remember in Central, I was at Central High School, and they put me in, I don't know why they do this. They always do. They put me in the auditorium where all the kids had to wait to go to the next class. And so it was a song that I really liked, and I can't remember the song, but they was playing, the kids was playing it. And I said, go on and sing it. Just like that. They said, no, you sing it. I said, okay. I started singing, man, the whole auditorium was singing. When my boss came in, she was like, she stood back there and looked, she was like, okay, the bell rung, so they left, and she said, Brenda, what did you do? She said, I ain't never seen nothing like that in my life. All the kids was in there singing. When they was leaving, they was hugging me and stuff. I said, I didn't do nothing but be myself. I love to sing. Kids love music, you know. So I just joined in with them. We had a party. You know.
I mean, things just start happening. It's the synergy that happens, you know. I mean, because one time we would, sometime even now, we'll get together. I'll get together with friends, and all of a sudden, we'll start harmonizing. I don't know why that is.
That's because that's what y'all do. That's what you do.
But if you go to parties and all the folks start singing.
Everybody's singing. I did a thing at the school when I was what was that? Entertainer director or whatever. And I did a talent show for the teachers. And it was for 8 charter schools. I didn't believe that these teachers they came out dressed. They were singing their songs. They had their music. They was not playing. I was like, wow. Hey, I'm telling you, I think a lot of people, older people, want to, like now, since this pandemic and stuff, it'd be good that they can come out and, you know, do like you got karaoke and stuff. But if you're playing something just for them, I think that'd be great. You know, and they come out and
that'd be cool.
Have a showcase. You know.
We had a showcase once in Highland Park. It turned out really well. We had people from all over.
How about the
OGs? Oh, yeah.
The OGs.
The
OG showcase.
Yeah.
Man, wouldn't that be great?
Yeah, that'd be really nice, you know. But it's all good, you know, and I just thank you for the opportunity to come out here and just,
I'm just
share.
thankful that you had the time to share because people, I mean, I'm not trying to go way back in history, but Highland Parkers have really made their mark in the musical world. And, you know, let it be known, let it be so.
Yeah.
Highland Park, Detroit, we've had, everybody wasn't with, per se, Motown.
Yeah.
But,
that's true.
My gosh, we have a legacy of just wonderful music, singing.
We're known for the Motown. I mean, we're just... Detroit is just known for the music and the entertainment and stuff like that. Just like Cuz Levi, you know, he had one of the what they call it, the golden voice or something. Cuz.
What'd you say? I'm sorry.
What they call Levi's voice? Who was it? With the Rolling Stone, he had the best baritone voice in the world or something.
Yeah, they probably did call it the Golden Voice, but they nominated him the most unusual voice in the universe.
Wow.
And yeah, they did.
Yeah.
It was in a couple magazines like that.
Yeah, I think Rolling Stone was one of them.
So it's like Rolling Stone magazine?
I think so.
Are they still in? They're still.
Rolling Stone. Yeah, they did something on him.
I think Rolling Stone still operating
like that, but not like that, right?
I don't know. I don't know. I know the last time I seen a picture of Aretha Franklin on the Rolling Stone, but she hadn't passed yet. So I don't know. I think Daddy was named '68 or '69 by the Rolling Stone.
Oh yeah, they
magazine.
still doing the thing.
Mhm.
Still doing the thing. Rolling Stone. They got the RollingStone.com subscriptions, the best of now since 1967. Wow.
Mhm.
And they got a $4.99 month subscription order.
Okay.
And then you can get digital access, but you can also get digital plus print for $6.99. So you get a lot of different things that have come up. I don't know if you've seen any of that
I haven't
stuff.
seen it, but yeah.
So
That's
callers, you can or whoever's on watching, you can check the Rolling Stone magazine and make a subscription, and you'll get a lot of great things that happened in the past, and they got present things going on. I mean, all kinds of stuff they got going on.
Listen, I'm gonna make a side note. Can I take a sidebar?
Yeah, sure. We got two.
Cuz you can verify this. I make homemade ice cream.
Do you?
This has been for 9 years. I make
Yes, and it's great too. Oh my goodness.
I make lemon, vanilla, strawberry, chocolate, lemon, butter pecan, black walnut, cookies and cream, banana.
I can taste the lemon right now.
Okay, well I'll get my ice cream from you from now on. Is that okay?
Special orders.
Special orders. Okay, well I'm ordering.
I'm taking them for the holiday.
I'm asking right now. I want my butter pecan.
Oh, okay, that's number one
selling.
Vanilla. Shoot.
I have the butter pecan.
Hey, cuz, what's your favorite?
Lemon. My favorite is lemon.
Yeah.
That lemon you make is just divine.
I had some of that too. Make it half butter pecan and half lemon in the bowl.
I love
you
that.
Can't put it in a bowl. You have to get it half in gallons or gallons.
Oh, okay. Well, can I get 2 in 1?
Well, you can get half a gallon of butter pecan or half a gallon of lemon and half a gallon of lemon.
Yeah, but I might eat them both.
That's the point. That's what you're supposed to do.
Well, listen, thank you that you called in. We winding down now, but this is wonderful.
Thanks,
cuz.
A
beautiful time. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
And please
Love you guys.
Don't forget to call
God
me.
bless.
I might want to talk to you later on down the road. Maybe we can hook up a gig or something.
No problem. No problem. Never a problem. God bless.
You too
All
now.
right.
Okay.
Okay.
Thanks,
All right.
I'll talk to
So
you
I'm
later.
signing off. Okay.
Yeah, we want to thank you for
Bye-bye.
coming on. We appreciate you. We got about 30 seconds. And we appreciate the Highland Park Chamber for bringing this forum. And I want to thank Roger for all he's done.
Yes.
He's a very wonderful man, and the forum and the people that he's introduced me to have been quite wonderful, and it's been a blessing, actually. And you're watching WJZZ Cool TV live streaming on Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, Twitter, and other top social media platforms. Like, follow, share, comment, and subscribe. Thank you for watching WJZZ Cool TV, the coolest station in the world.
Yeah.
And I am so happy that Miss Brenda Wilson is